I'm choked up way up on the pole, man. Doesn't make it fair fight.
You are.
Nope, not this time.
Yeah. Wait. Where's your head? Where's your head?
No, right here.
Okay. Hold on. Just straighten you. Got a funky strap on that. All right. I think I got two. Two more.
You're all the way choked up.
Yeah. The problem with that is, if you decide not to.
I'm not gonna.
What do I do?
Spine was good, head was nothing.
Nothing?
Yep.
Okay. Kind of felt like it went.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. Yeah! Man, I gotta remember that you can cheat your body. That's a good move.
Fine points.
That's a good move. I'm gonna have to oblique you more for that one. Because this defense is good until you do that.
Yep.
Once that foot moves,
Well,
I really need to.
Yes.
Strength down there.
Or void.
Or void out completely.
You're still training up the strength anymore. That's not a problem.
Okay, one more. Oops, sorry.
I can jump
You're
some
right.
light, but I can, and those things I can pick up with my pinky. No
Right,
problem.
yeah.
But the legs that work.
It's never good to hear uh-oh.
But the legs that I
Oh,
work right
yeah.
now.
Too high.
they used to be-
Good fight.
Did I stay choked up enough?
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't want to poke.
At no point were you doing the usual Maynard. And at no point did you overdo it.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
Okay, no, I just don't like to, I don't want to be that guy.
I will tell you right now, that head throws me off a little.
Yeah, a pole arm that actually shaped like a pole
Has
arm.
a-
It's amazing
actually
how that
has one.
works.
Throws me completely off. Because it changes a lot.
Yep.
It really does.
Yep.
As we just saw.
Yep. Several of those you would have blocked against a normal straight pole.
Certainly would have. That really changed the game. We got to do that more often.
It's a lot more than just sword and shield. We do
A lot.
lots of different
So
fun things.
in Crown, you have to fight, not just with what your specialty is.
It
but
depends.
what's
A lot of people do what's called a weapons depth final.
Yeah.
Where once you get to the finals, getting to the finals, you can use whatever the hell you want. But in the finals, a lot of times it's like you guys are both fighting great sword, you're both fighting pole arm, you're both fighting two sword. Sometimes they don't do it that way.
Right.
What's pro cause this time?
You choose one, your opponent chooses one, then bring what you want.
That's this
So if it was you and I, you could say, ah, great sword.
Yeah, right, it would.
And I could say two sword, but I wouldn't. And then it's whatever the hell you want to bring.
Okay. That's
So
fair.
whatever the hell you want to bring, so if his
No, that's
specialty is
fair.
the katana,
Yeah.
then you can bring the katana.
Yeah,
with
you can bring, anybody who brings a katana fight to a Crown Tourney Finals if they don't have to, is either unbelievably badass, or they're not looking to win.
Okay.
You know I do it.
Yep.
It's one of my two best.
Yep, but
Well, yeah,
no,
but
but you bring, it would not be your first choice against sword and shield.
No, it would not.
Because if it bring what you want to bring,
I'm gonna bring two sword.
I'm bringing a heater, exactly.
And I'm bringing two sword. We know that.
All right, somebody come play.
Give me 5.
Yep.
I'll get you. Hey, boss. Sorry, hold on. Go out. You didn't come here to get bored, did you?
No, I came here to watch, to learn.
Yeah,
by watching.
You can watch from out there.
Come on, look.
Huh?
Come on, look.
Exactly.
You can watch out there.
Yeah, out there.
Yeah.
You know, it's a tree.
Hey, Top.
Yeah, I know.
You know, eventually I'm going to have to explain why I call you Top again.
2 days in a row.
Yeah, to them. I was a first sergeant in the Army.
Right.
And,
I was E6.
right, so, when,
Sergeant. Staff Sergeant.
basically what it is if I am his first sergeant, out of affection, you know, because I look out for him, I do for
Right.
him like they do for me.
Yep.
My guys call me Top, because I'm the top sergeant in the battery.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you're not my soldier, and you come out your mouth with top, I'm gonna bury both these boots square in your ass.
Excellent.
Because I don't know you.
You're not
and
mine.
you're not mine.
You're not mine.
Yep.
But top is an affectionate term for those in your command. He wasn't in my command, but we're brothers.
Right, but we both shed the same
Blood.
blood.
Yep.
We're both airborne. He was a beret. I was logistics for second Rangers. So there's that.
Yep.
Basically, as logistics for second Ranger Battalion, I get to play with all the toys the Rangers do. I just don't have to go through Sears.
Understand.
Sears suck.
I know.
I
But
did Sears.
It's not that I couldn't. It's just that wasn't my goal
Understand.
in the military.
Nobody wants to do Sears if they don't have to.
Yeah.
Well, I would have. But my thing is, like, when
I did.
I got frocked into the position.
Yep.
I was in E7, and I held the position for 2 months. And then I don't know if you're familiar with the word frocking.
No.
Okay, sorry. So basically, the Army has this little rule that nobody really understands because, you know,
It's,
some jackass that wanted promotion is the one that made it up.
Yeah.
And basically what it is when I got into my unit, I was an E6 promotable.
Right.
E7 list comes out twice a year.
Right.
Now, they call it a congressional appointment, but Congress has nothing to do with it.
They really
Basically,
don't.
what it is I have a packet, and my packet goes up to, first it goes to the Department of Defense.
Yep.
They sign off, which they sign off on all packets.
Yep.
It's basically one of those ones where it's a real stupid rule.
They
but
gotta eyeball it.
DOD has to have eyes on it first.
Yep.
Then it goes to DOA, which is Department of the Army. Department of the Army now gives me a number, and that's
And you
where I
wait.
am in that line.
And you wait.
Now, in the Army, the first 50 are guaranteed promotion.
Bingo.
After that, it's needs of the Army.
Yep.
So 1 through 50, when I first hit the 7 list, I was 262, I think.
Right.
First 50 got promoted, that put me at 212.
Yep.
Okay? Well, obviously I'm not making that list, because
Right.
then after that, I think they took like 14, which puts me at 198.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm now sitting at the list of 198. Now, I don't hold that position. If he becomes promotable, and he's got more shit than I do in his packet,
You drop.
it drops me down, puts him up. So, when you're up in the hundreds, you can pretty much guarantee you're not getting promoted.
Right.
Well, I had a packet from emergency dive class that I took when I was over in Korea.
Yep.
Really just make
That right there is 700 promotion points.
Kind of just make it up. as
Yeah.
you go.
Plus, I had like a couple of correspondence courses that I hadn't put in.
Yep.
So, I walked into my unit, and now keep in mind, I was an E6 in an E7's position.
Right.
I was a platoon sergeant, but you could be an E6 as a platoon sergeant.
You can.
Yep.
That's not a frocking position. What would be a frocking position is an E7 as a first sergeant,
Yep.
or an E7 or an E8 as a sergeant
Sergeant
major.
major.
That would be a frocking position.
Right.
So anyways, so I was an E6, I had my own platoon, and I come walking in, my training NCO, Sergeant Hanid, turned around and said, he was an E5. He says, Chief, don't you have some paperwork for me? I said, no, I turned everything in. He says, well, your packet's over at DOA, and they're saying that you're missing a school. Because they have a list of everything that I've done for the Army.
And
So
your
they take
700
that
points
list,
bumped you up a little bit.
it bumped me up a lot. It
Oh,
bumped
you
me
have
up
no
to
idea.
62.
Yeah, a lot. Like my
So-
language bumps me.
Well, and then the correspondence courses were out of Chilhai,
Yep.
which is Central Identification Location, Hawaii. I took a couple of, to be able to ID soldiers that aren't all there anymore.
Yep.
Correspondence courses, I mean, the answers pretty much are given to you in the book.
Yep.
You have forever to take,
And it's a book test.
and it's a book test, and it's an open book
It's an open book test, dude.
that you have
If
no
you
time
flunk
limit.
it.
It's true.
Life is
But
good.
anyway,
Yeah.
so I turned those in, and I turned in my packet to Sergeant Need. He sent it up to DOA. And DOA turned around and said, sent out the new list, and I'm thinking, okay, 700 points, yeah, that's a lot, so I was looking around 100. Maybe 115.
Right.
Couldn't find my name. I was like, Jesus Christ, what did they throw me off the list? So I started going up, and I realized that I was at 62. Keep in mind, first 50 are promoted.
Yep.
So the next promotion round came around, first 50 got out, and they took the next 14.
There you go.
So there was 2 after me.
So, now,
So they
does
gave
this
me my
where,
rock.
does this where defrocking comes from?
No,
No, that's a priesthood.
that's a priesthood. But anyways, so that gave me my 7, which put me in the platoon sergeant position. Well, shortly after I got my 7, my first sergeant said, screw you,
I'm out."
retiring. So he turned in his paperwork.
Guess what?
Now I'm the senior ranking NCO in the battery.
Now he's in a frocking position.
Right, and so I'm also, so my sergeant major came to me, and he says, Piazzi, I need you to do me a favor. I said, yeah, I'm fresh out of favor, sergeant major. He says, okay. Then I need you to do this for me. I said, nah, I'm still out of it. He says, okay, I'm ordering you. Okay, enough said, what's up? He says, I need you to take over as acting first sergeant. Oh, no. He goes, I'm sorry? I said, oh, I apologize, you're right. My apologies, Sergeant Major. Hell fucking no. Just want to make sure that that emphasis is clear. He goes, okay, you are acting first sergeant at Alpha Battery, 2nd Sec.
There's no getting around that.
I said, you really don't like me, do you? He goes, nah, I kind of do. I said, well, you won't when I'm done.
You just were introduced to the big green weenie.
Yeah, exactly. So he turns around and he says, okay, he says, I got an E8 coming in from Korea. Now, keep in mind, orders, in order for a permanent change of station, or PCS,
Right.
is 90 days.
Hey.
30 days to cut the order, 60-day PCS time.
Uh-huh.
They have to give it to you. That's the earliest that they can get you over there is 90 days.
Mhm.
Yep.
Now.
So they said, we have an E8 coming in from Korea 90 days from now. Now, in order to be frocked into the position, you have to hold the position for 181 days or more.
Yep.
180 is the cutoff line. So that
You
next
think
day,
you're good
you
for
are
3
the
months.
first sergeant. Yeah, exactly. So I got 90. I said, well, I can't fuck up a battery in 90 days. I'm good. But I'm not that good. So I went along doing all the NCOERs and all the admin work for as first sergeants, going to the stupid meetings. So anyways, everything said and done, 2 days before this guy PCS is out of Korea, he breaks his leg
I knew it! I knew that's what was going to happen. Now you can't move him.
in a turtle ditch.
Oh,
We are
shitballs.
not people, we're equipment.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I can't, if this is broken,
I can't move it.
I cannot transfer this to him because I
Because I
cannot
can't-
give
I
him
know.
broken
Broken
equipment.
equipment.
Because then it's his responsibility, so that puts what we call a stop loss. Oops, sorry about that.
Yep.
So that stop loss is him.
How long does it take to recover a broken leg?
6 to 8 weeks, if you're lucky, depending on the break.
If it's a spinal break, you're down for 6 months.
And then 6 months recovery.
Recovery
program.
time.
So that's another year he's got to do it for it, which sucks for him. So anyways, they said, okay, well, you know, unfortunate thing happened. I turned around and told him, I said, look, I said, I'm at the 90-day threshold.
So if we overlap.
You need to get somebody into this position. I'm not taking this position. I'm not taking this command. I will retire if I have to.
Threats.
He says, you can't retire. You still have 3 years left on your list. I said,
But you want more.
I'm serious. I will run the battery straight into the ground.
And then there's one more thing he can say to you that you can't block either. You're essential.
Yeah. Okay, let me just grab my ankles now.
Yeah.
You got hosed.
Yeah, so anyways, everything said and done, they said, well, we got an E7 promotable that they just made E8. He just got the 8 list. He hasn't been to first sergeant school yet. But we're gonna bring him over here and we're gonna have him go to school right here. Because I worked for the schoolhouse at Fort Sill.
And that's where we go.
So, I mean, I have A-Not, B-Not, PLDC, first sergeant school, sergeant major school,
All of
FATC,
it right there.
everything is right there. So, they turned around and said, you know, we're gonna get him over here. Well, I never asked the name. So me and Sergeant Major Walton were sitting there joking about 3 weeks before he was supposed to, no, not 4 weeks, not a month, before he was supposed to come over. And he turned around and he was like, yeah, he says, it's Brian Thomason. I said, oh, fuck. I said, I went to A-Not with that dude. I said, where's he at? He says, well, he's over in Bamberg. Well, he hasn't received his orders to his appointment yet. So, I turn around and I get on the phone.
That's another 90 days.
Yeah, so I get on the phone. I said,
I'm already over 90 and he's got another 90 days to wait.
I said, no, we're still in the threshold right now.
Oh, you're still okay.
Yeah, we're still good. I got 30 days left and he's got 29 to get here. So I
Ain't
call
gonna
him
do it.
up, hold on. So I call him up, I said, Thomason, man, I said, you son of a bitch, I said, you're gonna be my first sergeant. He goes, get the hell out of here, you're still in the Army? I said, yeah, apparently I know people. So everything said and done, he turns around, he says, well, where are you at? I said, second of the second over at Fort Sill. Where? Oklahoma, Fort Sill. Schoolhouse. You're gonna be running alphabet. He says, you guys do officer OBC and OAC, right? Officer Basic,
Yeah.
Officer Advanced Course. I said, yeah. He says, okay. Well, it's good catching up with you, Piazzi. I said, all right, I'll see you in a minute. Come on. He says, okay. Sergeant Major 3 days later comes walking out, shaking his head. I said, what's up, Sergeant Major? He says, congratulations, Plot Doctor. I said, what? He says, you're now first, Sergeant. I said, what about Thomason? He said, apparently he found out where he was going and didn't want to go to Fort Sill and put in his paperwork. I went right to the office, called his, I said, you rotten, excuse my language, ladies, for a
Oh,
minute.
please.
You rotten
please.
son of a
Yeah.
fucking mule. I said, I can't believe you would screw me like that. He goes, screw you, screw me.
I'm not going to Fort
I'm not
Sill.
going to Oklahoma.
I love it.
You know how I got my E6?
All right, well, get dressed, man. It's playtime.
Check this out. I entered PFC, right?
Yeah.
I graduate with a top score from language school. Guess
Right.
what? Here, I read 4.
Is this it? No, that's
I go to my next school.
Is it?
I graduate at the top. Hey, guess what? You get to take the test. So by the time I get to brag, I'm E4 promotable.
Ha!
And then Gil comes at me. Oh, hey, I heard you're E4 promotable now. Yeah, great. Now
You're
you're
a
off.
corporal.
No, now you're a corporal, and now you're off to selection.
Oh!
Where did Sylvester?
That's
go?
how I got my E5.
Dick!
What's that?
Go to get
And of
the-
course, once you graduate selection and
Like your
My
unconventional,
mental-
children won't be able to
yeah, once you get
after that,
get
hey,
past,
get
you know, unconventional warfare, what you get? You get your tab and your rocket.
Yeah.
They fucked me over so hard in a year. 3 ranks in 1 year.
Okay.
All my military
I'm trying.
background,
I don't know where the hook is.
the SCA group I started in was literally at a rec center in the shadow of NSA.
Oh, you're a me.
Yeah, I went to Meade Senior High School.
Fuck you.
You know I got TDY to me for a while.
I hate me.
Went to junior high and senior high at Meade Senior High School. Started in the Shire of Arendelle on Fort Meade. And all the guys, all the SCA folks I knew were squids.
What year?
Well, I graduated in '85, so the SCA group there, I hung out with from '82 to like '86.
See, I graduated 84 because I graduated a year early.
Yep.
As soon as I was 17, bang off in the military. I'm 17 in basic training.
There it is.
I get to language
Tell me
school.
about how you found it.
Yeah, in California.
Yep.
I was at Bragg, and my first,
I thought Bragg was North Carolina.
it is, I was at Bragg for 87 and 88. So I just missed you in Atlantia, my first stay in Atlantia.
No, I was still there.
Oh, were you?
I was in Atlanta. I got knighted in Atlanta, and I think it was 90 or 91.
Okay.
And then promptly like a month later moved to Cayenne.
I went, Monterey, is that still west or is that Cayenne now?
West.
Okay, I started in the west, because it was
Yep.
west then.
Hold on a sec.
I went from there to
Did you call on the
Texas.
food?
I can't remember what Texas is. Ansteor?
Oh, is it around
Texas
there?
is on Stewart, yeah.
Yeah, Ansteor. And then I went from there to Atlantia. And while I was at Bragg, I was rarely home. And one of those trips not home was actually up in your area, Fort
I
Meade area.
guess. I've never had to do it. Val usually calls it in.
So I was
Then
usually,
goes
Place
over
that
the-
sucks more than me.
I got
Don't
TDY so many times up to your area.
Yep.
I'm wondering if we danced before we even knew each other.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Dude, I was all about, going out and playing.
Oh, back then, you know what I looked like, I had to look like then.
Yep.
And I was a beast.
Okay.
Probably an asshole too,
I
but
mean,
sorry.
See my
you ready?
horse?
Go get it. Oh, I should be able to watch.
All right, this is probably going to be my last one because this cold is kicking my ass.
Let me watch him, and then I'll put on my helmet and we'll go.
Okay, like you said.
Actually, let me, a couple, well, he'll need a break after Timothy. I'll go with you. Okay. Are you going to go? Yeah. So I'm gonna walk you through some stuff.
He's hurting too bad to do it.
Last time he said he's going to do slow work, and then he fast
Too
talked me
slow
into
coming
nipple.
in.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to calculate. I
You
didn't
wanna
know
do it again?
exactly where I wanted to
Okay.
go first.
So I started rapid firing his forearm.
Yeah, I watched it. I didn't see the initial
I mean, it's like-
hit that caused it, but I watched you beat on him. And it was like, yeah.
I was being gentle, but I was making sure he knew. I could go a lot faster.
No,
Yeah,
5.
and I
Don't
was
kill me
back
with
there
10.
going, yeah, you keep doing.
After all 5 of them, I looked at him and said, "You still want to do this?" He's like, "No, I'll slow down." I'm like, "Okay."
Ah!
Alright, you ready?
This ought to be fun.
I wasn't trying to beat. I was just trying to make a point.
All right,
You
buddy.
had your stomach open,
I don't care. I don't want to get hit in the
Another
head.
which you don't have shield.
Did I hear
now.
crying?
Ah.
Did I hear crying, Airborne?
No, sir. I was just relegating in my misery. All right, I gotta get up now, don't I?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although technically not, because I hit you with the flat of the blade, I missed.
Oh, so stay down.
Son of a bitch.
Ready?
No.
Let me give you a little something, something.
What are you doing?
Can you see?
Nope.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Can you see?
Sort of.
That's all you need to see.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna start just outside of your range
Keep
where
that,
it
keep
falls
that sword
flat on
up.
your face.
Keep that sword up.
You can barely touch me.
There you go.
Now, I want to get from here to there without getting hit, because once I'm in there, you're spanked.
Right.
So I'm gonna do the cheater step, just like we talked about, where Sylvester showed you. I'm here, still no more vulnerable. I'm gonna launch off that foot right into here. This is where I'm trying to get.
Okay.
So that's full speed. It'll look something like this. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Outside of range, kind of measuring up where even if you fall flat on your face, I'm gonna have trouble getting hit. Cheater step. I'm no more vulnerable. I'm gonna throw and slam.
Notice he's cutting off the avenues you can throw at while he's getting there.
Yeah, I noticed that, because when I tried,
Yep, I'm throwing it.
what I was thinking about doing, just to give you a heads up, was, because I know the cheater step now, so I can recognize it when you start planting your feet, when you come in, instead of trying to, is actually do a thrust at you.
Yep.
And then get you to the stomach.
Yep, but see, I'm kind of forcing you to
But
block
yeah,
with
but
your
the
sword.
problem is, you keep knocking my sword to the side.
Because he has to keep it busy. He knows you can do it.
Right.
Yep. All right, distance for all the cookies. Ready?
No.
You did a good job trying to get in there to stop that arm. You didn't get in deep enough. But you did good.
Yep. No, that was well done.
And I got his leg.
Well, no, you hit me in the ankle.
Ah, son of a...
It's a little low.
Sorry.
Above the knee.
Above the
Did somebody put the
shoulder.
order in?
Crystal took it over.
Ready?
Okay.
Let's practice. Ready?
Okay.
That just
I'm gonna be
good.
using it for slow
You gotta
work.
try and hit me.
Can I headbutt you?
No.
No, but see,
But
that,
see, I have you
now,
here.
but see, what do we talk about? Armpit.
Leverage.
Because I'm too far in.
Yep.
Okay. So I need to get you at your wrist with the corner.
Yep.
All right, come on.
Now he's getting the idea.
Not bad. Now, there's stuff I can do, but not as much as I'd like to. I still
Well,
have...
not only that, but I can still come up
Yep.
and get you in the back of the
Exactly.
helmet.
All right, we're actually gonna do this one.
No,
You
I
ready?
want to. I want to keep practicing. I'm having
All right,
fun.
ready?
Keep that stick up. Stick up.
Ah, right in the back.
Yep.
And that hurt.
Let me show you.
Hold
What I'm
on.
talking about with stick up. Just hand me the shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. You know where he's gonna come, right?
Ah.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna, you know he's gonna try and isolate this, right? So we start here. Once he starts that coming in,
Yep.
okay? Now I can reach back around because I'm not isolated. He can put it there, but it's still,
Yep.
okay? You see what I mean? When I say stick up,
When you stand up, we'll switch positions.
Hold on. I just
Yep, yep.
wrenched the shit out of my shoulder.
oh, you're done, dude.
Yeah.
You're done.
Ah,
We can
hold
talk
on,
about it.
hold on, hold on. Ah.
We can talk about that. That's the danger with this.
Well,
When you start to feel the
came
twinge,
in.
stop.
Well, no, it wasn't a twinge. He bent the shield back over, and because of the accident, right in here is still tender.
Like I said, that's what this will help build up again.
Yeah,
But when you start to feel the twinge, stop. That's the smart move.
yeah, I know. No,
It's just.
it's the fact of being able to
Not
do
enough
this.
just hurting like that.
Okay, first of all, he needs.
Oh, what do you think I'm
he needs
doing?
help with the helmet.
I'm broke ass as shit, but I'm back doing it because it's good exercise for me.
It's more
That's fine.
fun than you can have
With
doing
your
anything
clothes
else
on.
with your clothes on.
Sylvester, how's this thing come apart? Oh, it's down here.
If he can come over here and kneel, I should be able to help him.
Oh, I think for you, honey, he'd do anything.
There's a button on the side.
Huh?
There's a button on the side.
Oh, there's a button on the side.
That releases the.
Oh, I see.
Is this it?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
You'll be having chalk on Monday, correct, Tim?
What's that?
Hang
You'll be
on.
having chalk.
I don't get this button thing.
Just, out of town, yes, I mean, it's to the point where I expect them to say, we're leaving in a moment's notice, you're going to Mexico, then straight to China.
Is it jammed?
I could see that happen.
So I'm not the only one going.
Don't
That
push
that don't look
that.
right.
So that you're gonna have to hit.
Yeah, I'll have to hit Mexico first, I think. They finally shipped that machine, so tomorrow I get
I
to
was
pick
getting
up
ready
a
to
massive
switch it
check
quick.
I've been waiting on since November.
Got it?
Oh, did you ever get that, other job from the Carolina job, or whatever it was?
Mike,
That's why I hate buttons on
Oh.
those.
Yes, I don't have my wall.
I just see.
So,
I heard somebody's lightsaber start.
The
What
job
time?
recently,
I
had, you
got
had
it.
to go out of the house, because last week you said that.
that was just literally there and back.
Yeah, but last week you said that they said
That hurt.
Huh?
Okay, so.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for that.
You want swords or wolf ball bats?
Wiffle ball.
Alright. Whose is this, Sylvester? Or yours?
That's the
no,
loaner.
that's the loaner.
Loner, okay,
They
so it
get
doesn't
put
matter.
over by Rowan, Sheriff.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm using
Now,
Whose is this?
Sylvester, but
Sylvester's. Is that heavy?
Yeah, kinda heavy.
the SOB
but I
one.
like it because it's easier to throw. The momentum's there.
It's
Somebody
When
would
you actually
actually,
throw it?
Stop.
someone can actually.
Sylvester's meat
No,
beater.
you did pretty good. You're getting the basics down. You really are, you're getting the basics down, more than you think you are.
Yeah.
Hey, it's your first damn day, dude.
Hold on. Rest my phone,
You got it on time?
please.
There goes the cell phone battery dying.
Yeah, I can.
But did you have fun?
I had a great time. I've been
Michael,
wanting to see the
that's
thing
yours?
I've been wanting
Yes.
for years.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put this over
Since-
here.
Well,
You need it?
since a little bit before
Go
Penn,
here.
because
Yeah,
my brother
on
got
that
me
hat.
into this.
Alright.
My shoulder tight.
Sure you know him, Robin Oxford.
Sure you wanna?
Yeah.
You know Alexander Galuna?
Yeah, he just loosened it up for him.
No.
He probably doesn't know it.
No, I haven't played Atlantic actively, I know all the old timers.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, I know Tenek, I know, Tanis, I know,
Yeah.
You know Tenet?
Marcellus,
Okay.
I've known Tenek since I was 15, you know, we talked over the 10 years.
Denopoli.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can't.
Yeah, no, I got you. What happened with your shoulder?
I got into a car accident. I wrecked my truck,
That was not long ago.
and it was only about a little over a month.
Yeah.
And I hit a tree.
Pretty good something to do that with.
Oh!
Well, you wanna drive-
Fortunately,
drag my chair out.
fortunately,
I'm sitting down.
where I hit the tree is, it brought me to the side, because my worst fear is getting smacked in the face with
It's
it.
gonna be distracting.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean?
It's,
It sucks, is what it does. But, anyways, so, I think there's rotor cuff damage. And
You
now
know
it's
what?
more
I'm gonna
probably
make this as even as I
scarring
can.
than
Anybody got a
anything
chair I
else.
can borrow? I'm gonna face him sitting down as well, make it fair.
Give me a second.
I think I'd do it standing up, give it, because he's gonna have to learn how to do that anyway.
Okay, let's do it that way then. Alright.
But the thing